Good morning. Here's the next day in Crotone on the Longeron. We've just got the 120 grit sanding out of the way. And now I'm working through a 400 throughout, and at this stage I'm trying to remove as much texture and misery and deterioration as I can. And then once we've got that out of the way, work up the grits again, compound this, touch up the other side, put it back together, and it's good to fit again for another 10 years.
Excellent. I'm Daria, this is Chris, and that's Jasper, and these are our seaworthy dogs, Hachi and Luna. This is our floating home, Ragdoll. For 2 years we called a 47-foot monohull a home. Now we've set sail on a chapter aboard a catamaran, embracing the beauty and chaos of life at sea. Full-time work, homeschooling, storms and sunsets, this is our reality. No script, no certainty, just wind, waves and the endless blue. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoy this episode. So as you can see, the repairs have nicely blended in. Now this is all matte because we are sanding it. But they are all looking really, really good. We can only really distinguish the one that we used filler for is just there, but all the other ones actually beautifully blended. Now that it's daylight as well, you can see that the polishing on this hull that we did yesterday looks so much better in, wait for it, in comparison to this. There is virtually minimal shine on this hull. I don't know if you can actually quite see it, but the other one is definitely looking much better. Almost there. As soon as it's waxed, it's finished, it'll be ready to go back up.
Oh, yeah. Improved that.
Okay, so the Longeron is polished and waxed on the other side. That's looking really neat, and oh my god, it's smooth. Right here. It's looking really, really good. Longeron. Done.
Longeron? Oui?
It's so weird.
You going first? You go hop up? Oh, take a good girl. Up you get. Up, 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 up. How about you, Hachi? Yeah, good boy. Ready? Up, 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 up. Notice there's a gigantic hole in the bow of the boat. That's where I used to be. So, anchor rollers out. I'm just being a total danger cookie with my Mark 1 bowl wrapper here. It's nigh on impossible to make this look pretty, but I have sanded it up through the grades, and this is what the good side looks like. So it's
better than it was.
It's better than it was. It's not.
Bearing in mind, it's our anchor roller, and it gets absolutely battered.
Yeah, it's a very abused
It's never
piece
going
of the
to
boat.
be pretty.
So I reckon I can finish inside there, and then we'll do the final polish on the outsides.
And there we have a common boat seal.
Whoa! Come off, and we came off with a bit of a fight, but there it is. Cleaned it, compounded it. It's good enough to go back up, and we're going to put a big plate of steel across all that because it's chewed up a bit, so we get stainless steel and we'll put something better in place. Cool. So we had a busy day, but we managed to get a couple of things knocked off. The longer on is now absolutely spectacular, shiny, waxed, everything all good, looking good, repaired, ready to go back up. And I managed to get the anchor roller off, and it's sitting here on a little plinth like a modern art piece. We got that to the stage where, well, it was actually just like a, you can see my face in it there, that's cool. It looked like a beat up old piece of scrap off some freighter or something like that earlier today. So up there is where it came off of, and yeah, we had a lot of fun trying to get that off. I had to fabricate some wedges and use that to drive it off. What we're going to put back up there is we're going to do a stainless plate from about here through to here. So a really big rectangle of stainless, and that's just a little bit of future proofing because we're thinking about doing an anchor over here as well. But also it's gonna stiffen up across there a lot because there's a lot of stress cracking around the gel coat here. I'm getting in a bit closer. I don't know if you can make that out, but this is all stress cracking. Get some damage around here. This I'm happy enough to repair on my own, but I will never get a good finish on stress cracking like that, so it's time for a big plate to go over the lot of it, and that should refresh it. Just another quick look at my little shrine to perfect boat parts here. Ooh, shine. Daria's gonna kill me for this awful filming. Ooh. That's the other thing I did today. I set up my gas station. You like it? Yeah, Chris Dowie, here all week. Boom, boom. So we're in the process of learning what the right thing to do for this gel coat is, and I've done a test patch from about there forward. It's looking good, but it didn't quite have the distinction of image that we managed to achieve over on the other side. We're just trying to figure out why. So what I think's going on is, yesterday we wet sanded 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200, 1500, 2000. Right, so we've gone nice and cleanly up the grades. But we started at 400, and I think that's the problem. I don't think it was bad enough to warrant starting at 400, and our heavy cut is designed to remove 800 or higher. So if we made a bad job of, say, the 400 and the 600, we're not experts at this. There's a chance that this wouldn't have removed some of the swirls. That is a mirror. There is not a single sanding mark you can see on that side. Whereas this side, if you get your eyeball in closely, you can see the little tiny, very, very difficult to see now that it's fully compound, but it's still there. And we just want to do a little test. We want to try a little 2 foot by 2 foot square patch and see it, you know, what the 3M manual says is you should be wet sanding at 800, then 1500. The heavy cutting takes the 800 out, and the light takes the 1500 out and brings it up to, you know, super high gloss. So we're going to do a little test area and see if it's salvageable. Now, to most eyes, this is really, really good. But if you get your you're really close in here, you can see that sort of sanding swirl, and that's reducing the distinction of image. By comparison, yeah, this is a mirror finish. So just want to do, like we say, a wee test patch and see if doing it by the manual fixes it. This is done as a fix.
That's now the light cut. So we've gone through the grades of the wet sanding, we've gone through the heavy compound onto the light one now. See how it comes up, but it's looking much better. So we have polished for the most part the sort of upper part of the hull. We've ended up wet sanding it, polishing it. It's pretty much got everything on it about wax at this point. It's looking really good. So we're now moving on to the lower part of the hull, following the same process. And the process is, feel free to enter to see.
Wash with Star Bright and Oxalic. Do a 800 wet sand, 1500 wet sand, heavy compound on a wool mop, then light compound on a finishing mop, then a UV wax. That's the safe wet sanding method. It's just following the 3M manual, and we've figured out that we don't need to do any more than that on most areas. So we don't need to do 400, 600, 800, etc. unless it's for really, really bad areas. So that's hopefully gonna mean a bit less work and a little less chance of damaging anything. Really hot and wet in there because of the sun. Okay? Just that's what I'm going to show. So
Over there.
oh,
You're just full of fun.
take me to there. Okay. So stuff like that, it's got to come out in the 800.
At the first phase. So that's the 800 grit done, and we are now moving on to 1000?
15.
Straight to 1500. Heavy compound. Hachi, back up. So we have spent the last day or so polishing the entire area over here. Top to bottom, it's looking really good. I think you can see the reflections on there. Same on here. I think Chris has started working on the bridge deck, kind of going about a meter or so under. We've got the little gel coat repair to do and complete before we polish that area. And we are almost ready to start working on sort of the bit where the tire buttons go. I don't know. So the tie buttons are arriving. I think they've arrived, actually. We need to go pick them up. So we've made good progress. We're almost there. We've got a really good kind of setup, so everything's going fairly swiftly. So hey ho, we are getting there, slowly but surely. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next time for more sanding and grinding and compounding and polishing and waxing and sanding and sanding and sanding, and probably some more sanding. So till next time. If you've got any questions or thoughts, leave them in the comment section below. We always love hearing from you. Thanks for watching. Till next time.